Today, we will read a very beautiful story and learn many new words. Listening and speaking are the most important parts, so pay attention. The story of today is about a kingdom ruled by a kind and brave king who had no children to become the next king. So he decided to choose someone from the young people of his kingdom. To find the right person, he gave them all a special test. So listen very carefully.
Once upon a time, there was a king named John in the kingdom of Tughlaqnagar. He was very honest and courageous, and he loved his subjects dearly. In his kingdom, everyone lived happily together under his rule. However, the king was always troubled by one thing: who would take care of his kingdom after he was gone, as he had no successor. One day, the king decided to choose a successor from among the youth of his kingdom. He wanted to entrust his throne to a young man who was honest and would take care of the people. After much deliberations, the king called all the capable children of his kingdom to the court and announced that they would be given a test. Whoever passed the test would become his successor. He then gave each of them a seed and instructed them to plant it in a pot at their homes. 4 months later, they were together again with their plants, and from among them he would choose his successor. Thinking the test to be easy, all the children happily went home to plant their seeds. Time passed, and soon plants started growing in pots all around, except in the pot of a boy named Kshitij. While other children's plant grew bigger each day, Kshitij's pot remained empty. Distressed by the lack of growth, Kshitij continued to care of his plant, hoping it would grow eventually. He thought that perhaps his plant needed more time to grow, so he didn't give up and took extra care of it. As 4 months went by, plants sprouted in all pots except Kshitij's. Worried about being ridiculed by others, Kshitij's mother advised him to go to the palace and return the empty pot. She told him that whatever the outcome, he would fulfill his duty and face it bravely. Encouraged by his mother's word, Kshitij took the empty pot and went to the palace. Upon his arrival, everyone laughed at his empty pot and boasted about their flourishing plants. Kshitij felt embarrassed and sat quietly with his head bowed. Just then, the king arrived and inspected all the pots closely. When he reached Kshitij's pot, he asked, "Whose pot is this?" Kshitij replied, "It's mine, Your Majesty." The king asked, "Why is your pot empty?" Kshitij explained, "I watered it every day and took care of it diligently, but no plant grew." The king said, "Come with me." Fearing the worst, Kshitij followed the king obediently. The king led him to the throne and declared, "You are the true successor of this kingdom. I gave out fake seeds that would never grow. You all replaced the seeds, but Kshitij showed honesty by bringing back an empty pot. He possesses all the qualities of a king. Therefore, I choose Kshitij as the next ruler of this kingdom." Everyone present was astonished by the king's decision. They silently left the court, their heads bowed in shame. Thus, Kshitij, with his honesty, attained the throne of the kingdom. Lesson from the story: we should never abandon honesty in any situation. A person is always rewarded for their truthfulness and honesty.